Hello there, YouTube, because I do not know what to do for a video. I guess Minecraft building tricks. Yeah, I really should have thought of something, but low on time. So, I guess, without further ado, I guess I'm just gonna show off building tricks. Cause, like, are you guys tired of whatever the heck you make at the start of the game? And you know, you want something good, like a house that looks like a house? Well then, I have good news for you. I don't know how to do it too. No, I'm kidding. The first thing is, pick the right environment. If you're gonna build, like, another themed area, please build it in the nether, unless, of course, your whole purpose was building it in the overworld. Next thing is, if you're going to build a house, just use blocks that, you know, look nice. You don't want to use ugly blocks that stick out. Like, example, like if you're using acacia in a dark oak forest, that could be utterly disgusting. Or like, it's a good example. Let's use like stripped. Like, no, you're not supposed to do it like this. This is disgusting. Use the right things, like logs. They're always a good thing. Another thing, that I think most houses, if you're gonna build one, please make it like symmetrical. It's always nice to look at a house whose door is like in the middle, unless you want it like off to a side of block, because some people like that, which I guess that if it works, it works. What you want, but for I think most people who enjoy building, just don't put their, like, any log next to a door. It's disgusting. Anyway, speaking of things being put next to logs that are absolutely disgusting, glass. Why? Things you shouldn't put glass next to. Doors. Well, it depends. If you're using glass, you might get away with it, but not glass panes. Always use, if you're ever going to use glass, just use it in an area where it'll look nice, like this. Look at this. It's a window. One thing that might just apply to me, but having the floor in the first block of each build being the same block always looks nice, because I find this strange. That could be me. This is, of course, if you want to build like a traditional basic Minecraft house. Always make sure your windows aren't always the thing above the roof, because that just looks weird. Yeah, speaking of which, let's talk about roofs. I know some people like doing completely, the people who like doing flat roofs, which I find absolutely disgusting. Please don't ever do flat roofs. Unless you plan to build something on top in the future, just don't do it. I find it really disgusting. It's just, once again, my opinion. If you wish to, you can always use, like, another thing I see people do to, I guess, cut resources, save resources, is do like slabs. You see, I find this is an okay alternate, but it looks okay. I'd much rather see a house like this, where it's all like slowly coming in, like a pyramid. But pyramid houses can also look really weird, or it all just goes up to a single point. So another thing that, you know, most people, well, people I've seen, and maybe me've myself done, when I've done, me've, it's a word now, is, sometimes you can do this with wood, you can do this with anything. You can have it, so if you're, like, maybe building a beach house, or you want to showcase some, like, really amazing view, you can always, like, build some kind of slanted roof for whatever reason you wish for it to be. Like, those kind of roofs, those are nice, where it all goes in on each other. Those ones are neat, but once again, half of this is up to personal preference. I wouldn't go and make the roof, like, too high, though. Like, cap it off at a certain respectable point, so it does not look really weird. And still use, like, planks, because if you wish to, you can have a second story, you might want to use glass, you know. Glass is always cool. And then, like, I guess for this, you could, always use, like, use slabs. This is a interesting looking house. This part doesn't really have any windows, so you can always do, like, something like this if you want windows in the front of your house. It does look enticing, I guess. I don't really know. Inside of a house. Now this is the part where if you want it to look nice, you can make it look nice, or if you want it to look ugly, you can make it look ugly. Some people put in stairs like this. Personally, it's up to what you, the player, want. I couldn't care less. But if you're gonna want to do 2 stories, then if you're doing this kind of roof, then you can probably afford to do 2 stories. Alright, inside. First thing that you want, this room is very dark. You're always gonna want a torch, a lantern, sea lantern, heck, jack-o'-lantern, glowstone, shroom light, whatever. You just gotta make it look nice. You can always do stuff like that in the corner, which is once again up to you. Something that I always do is just put torches, but lanterns, they give it a nice feel. However, if you're going for, if you're going for multiple floors, you may have to sacrifice, I guess, the niceness of it, and maybe you might end up ruining lighting. It just depends. Anyway, the next thing you're going to want You know, you can see it gets dark there. You are going to wish to have, like, you know, crafting table, furnace, traditional stuff. Maybe a chest or two. Heck, even an anvil. Even though you'd probably want an enchantment table room. Anyway, yeah, so you want like a jukebox to play like, I don't know, Pig Step or something. Let's not do that. So you want to play like Strat or something. Oh, there you go. You can have your jukebox. You could have, you know, you could have your crafting table and your furnace. I wouldn't recommend. You couldn't line up. You could do something like this. Personally, I would much rather do something like this. Dang, actually, I never done this. This looks cool. Rather sick, cool, whatever, you know. Looks nice. Anyway, I guess something you could put right there would most likely be a crafting table, because the thing you always want in a house is easy access. Or, in case if you don't want chests, you can always use barrels. Either one works, but I don't know if mixing and matching them looks right at all. Then on your other side, you might want a furnace or two, or whatever you find sociably normal. Whatever you find normal. You could do that. And then you probably have a blank space. Maybe you could add something like, you know, like a slab of some sort with like a pot and say an azalea. You could have something like that in your house, you know, that kind of stuff. Doors. You gotta have a door. It's not a house without a door. And let's say you just want to make it one story, you know. You could have your bed in this corner. Anyway, let's say you wanted like this. This looks like a rather nice basic house. This can do. Most people would like that. You got windows on every side to see out. It's very compact, 5x5. Doesn't cost too much. Now, what if you decide to, you know, have a second floor, get rid of the bedroom, maybe keep the storage. In order to do that, you're gonna have to sacrifice some of the way your wall looks to, you know, get a ladder up to the top floor. Get some lighting too. This place is not gonna be lighting free. Always gonna have light of some sort. Sometimes your upstairs can be crammed or not crammed. Either way, things like trapdoors always look nice. You can still walk without falling underneath. Another thing could be, you know, you could have your bed if you feel like it. You could have your bed it's gotta be in a corner. You have a double bed if you felt like it, or yeah, a double bed. You gotta make sure you can fit in it though. So you can't fit in it if you can't like fit under it. And then yeah, always gotta make sure you can fit both sides in your bed so you don't accidentally suffocate yourself. The next thing would be, let's say you have like your valuables up here, you know? Like your netherite, because, you know, you enjoy that. You enjoy being the rich kid on the block. Kid, always put your armor stand in like a corner, even though it looks really obvious to anyone just coming in. This is a nice bedroom. I don't even know what this video is at this point. I guess it's a tutorial on how to build a basic house. Once again, this layout is only... It could work with the second floor, but it's only with this, this weird-looking roof thing. And if you're going to do this roof thing, you most definitely want it to look like... You want it to look clean as possible. Make it so it does not look ugly and a waste of building materials. The next thing is most likely the thing you care about, your house, the outside. You could always have, like, you know, have your path to wherever, whether it be cobblestone or path block. Either one works. Anything works as a path as long as it does not look too ugly. One thing I've seen people do is if they're, like, let's say, playing in multiplayer, have, like, some kind of, like, mailbox. If you truly felt like that at, like, the front of your house or something, it's a good example of a mailbox. A mailbox. Mailbox. You can have a little thing at the back of your mailbox, I guess, and then a bell on, like, this side, so your mail's here. That's one way to do it. If you want something that looks like bushes, you can get leaves, and depending on the texture pack you're using, you know, leaves can look different. But most people use are, like, all the different types of leaves. Nowadays, you might want to use, like, azalea leaves, because, I mean, there's nothing bad about them. They kind of look like normal leaves. If you want to add some, like, some variation. There you go. It's variated enough to me. And then again, it's all up to whatever you, the player, person playing Minecraft, honestly, whatever you feel like doing. You could have a house. You could not have a house. You could have a dirt hut for all I care. One thing to know is that I always have pressure plates there. They're nice. Look at this beauty. Look at this lovely, lovely house. I wonder what it would look like with shaders. And the CPU is probably about to catch fire. Meaning, you know, that's gonna be the end of this video. Yeah, it's already dying, but there you go. There's the house you were promised. There, that's the house. It's very, very lovely. Keep in mind that in survival, with all the materials, this could take you 20 to 30 minutes. It's very nice, doesn't it? It's like a house. It's very lovely. Anyway, with that, it's gonna be the end of this video. I am going through a content break, so I might not post as frequently, but for those who want to see more, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. With that, it's gonna be the end of this video.